Welcome back, pro wrestling fans. Welcome back, IWC, to the live to tape AEW Revolution watch along here on Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel on Chaos Corner. It's me. It's me. It's the GOC. We are right now into the fifth matchup on the main card. It's the B.C.C. of Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli, and Dean Ambrose Moxley taking on Harwood and Wheeler, FTR. Now, fans right now coming to the ring because I want to talk. We don't want any copyrights here. We don't want to screw with the algorithm. Drop an elbow on that like button. Leave a comment. We're live to tape. These are all going up in segments, match after match tonight here on Chaos Corner. Moxley and Castagnoli are wearing a faux type of spiked shoulder pads, maybe in honor of the legendary Road Warriors. How ironic that I have my Legion of Doom gear on tonight to my tribute because they're in Greensboro, North Carolina, in the old NWA Jim Crockett promotion WCW territory. Over 16,000 fans for Sting's last match. Doing a tribute to the Legion of Doom by the GOC. And here's Castagnoli and Moxley doing a tribute, I'm assuming, to the Road Warriors because nobody ever wore those spiked shoulder pads before like that. So I like to see this. And as FTR comes to the ring, they do the tribute to the old Midnight Express. Dennis Condrey, Bobby Eaton, Stan Lane, and of course Jim Cornette. Perhaps one of the greatest managers of all time in my mold, who did everything from promos to interviews to managing his guys 2 and 3 times a night and took the fucking bumps like the GOC did. That's what you get here that's different than any other channel. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog for you, the fans. My over 3 decades in this fucking industry. And insiders look, and I apologize for cussing, lighten up. But I'm amped up here. It's 9:36 Eastern Standard Time. It's the 5th matchup. Now, I'm hoping that the winner of the Midnight Express versus the Road Warriors, FTR versus the B.C.C., goes on and faces the AEW World Tag Team Champions, whether it's going to be Sting and Darby tonight, or the EVPs, the Young Bucks, the Hardy Boys, or the Nicholas and Matthew Jackson. So we'll see what happens. Either way, this should be a very physical matchup. We've seen this 2 or 3 weeks in a row. Now they put it on pay-per-view. We know the outcomes. Either way, this is going to be a solid physical bout. You want to say predetermined? Fine. Don't say fake, because the physicality, I challenge any one of you motherfuckers to get out there and get in there. And I apologize for the cussing. I really do. I don't mean to. I'm trying to correct myself. Fuck it. FTR, Moxley, and Castagnoli. This is tag team wrestling, so we'll see where they go from here. We know leading up to it, I'm repeating myself here, we've already seen this the last several weeks. And this is FTR country because they are from this area in the Carolinas. So we're going to see what happens here. Just a quick recap here as Dax and Castagnoli start off here for FTR and the B.C.C. It's the place to be, the B.C.C. We saw Christian Cage retain the TNT Championship over Garcia to open up things here on the main show. We saw Eddie Kingston retain the Continental Crown Championship, in my opinion, in an upset over the American Dragon. We saw the 8-man scramble, which was a total clusterfuck. As predicted, Wardlow won to go on to get an AEW championship match. No matter who that's going to be against, whoever's winner is tonight, I hope it's Samoa Joe. We also saw a new international champion. That's right, Roddy, over OC Orange Cassidy, who I guess needs a break. He's been in and week out. Give the guy some time off. Maybe he'll be off TV for a little while, so hopefully we could miss you, Pockets. I'm just saying. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly here. Castagnoli and Dax are still in the ring, and Castagnoli just bitch-slapping Dax, who's a damn good singles wrestler as well. They've really dropped the ball here with FTR, TK. You just have. And I know somebody's watching from AEW. This will get back, but I tell it like it is. You know, I've been in this industry over 30 years. And as far as when my journey started in this industry, 40 years. How many people could say that? That's what you get here, legit reality. Episodic TV and YouTube channel. And again, bitch slapping, paintbrushing each other back and forth here in Greensboro. Sting's final match. As I said, new international champion, Roderick Strong, and the return of Sean O'Reilly, Kyle O'Reilly, right? Didn't look like he was going to reunite with him. I don't think it's that big a deal. He's a solid grappler, one tough guy. But his return here doesn't really mean a lot to me. It's not like Okada showed up or Monet, a.k.a. Sasha Banks. But it's to add to the factions, and that's what we're all about here at AEW right now. Like the old WCW factions. Again, Castagnoli, FTR, back and forth, pitch splash and paintbrush, European uppercuts. Both men reeling. That's what we've seen so far to lead us into here to the fifth matchup, FTR versus the B.C.C. It's 9:40 Eastern Standard Time here in Revolution at Chaos Corner. In the lounge, a nice change of venue. Library stacked to the back. And I appreciate you guys. And now here's got to keep your voice moist. It rhymes. Now here's Wheeler and Mr. Death Jitsu, Moxley, Dean Ambrose. While you're floundering over here, although doing good. You were champ, carried the company, I'll give you credit. Solid. How about the other guys in the Shield? Seth Rollins, top of the food chain, near top of the food chain in the WWE. Roman Reigns, tribal chief, head of the table, Rock or not. Imagine if you stayed there, Ambrose. I mean, Mox. All due respect, dude. You're tough, you're physical, but it's the same thing over and over and over again as he pounds away on Wheeler. Nice reversal. Into the turnbuckle, far side. Big back body drop by Wheeler on Moxley. I was going to say Ambrose. Nice drop kick by Wheeler. Here's the cover. Here's the pin. You're not going to get it that easy. You know this match is going to go for a little bit. We've already, again, I'm repeating, we saw on Dynamite. So let's see what happens here. Wheeler taking over right now with, the reverse knife edge chops, the European uppercuts. Double teaming by Wheeler and Harwood. Really laying it in on Moxley, who really doesn't sell a lot. I mean, that's his thing, right? That's what AEW does, the Japanese style. Nobody wants to sell. They get up in 5 seconds, right? No real storytelling. No real ring psychology. Dax is in right now with Moxley. Far side. Big boot to the chest of Moxley, who drags Dax into the corner. Now Castagnoli's in. Castagnoli's just a big guy in great shape, strong dude. Should be in singles competition as he lays in those European uppercuts. Again, a guy being wasted in the B.C.C., just my opinion, just like when Bryan Danielson. Being wasted in these factions when these guys are unbelievable singles wrestlers. What the fuck is going on? Again, I'm not complaining. I'm a fan. It's a much-needed, viable alternative. I love all the groups, from TNA Impact to MLW to NWA to Ring of Honor to New Japan to Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling to the WWE to AEW. This is what's needed to be a fan. As someone who is an insider, I appreciate it all. The old man brand, the over 50 demo god. Right now, Wheeler in, tagged in by Dax, taking over on Castagnoli. Again, another drop kick and headbutts. Since when does everybody use headbutts in their matches here in 2024? Back in the day, it was just Tony Atlas or Bobo Brazil or the Wild Samoans. Now it's everybody's mother, brother's, uncle, sister's ass. I'm just telling it like it is. Again, Cash taking over on Castagnoli. Big knife edge chops. Now he's up to the top rope. Let's listen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, and then a reversal. Castagnoli dumps Cash over the top rope. Down to the hardwood floor. Over to the railing. It's always dangerous when you spill over the top rope, whether it be a clothesline, being tossed over, jumping over, whatever it is. Now Cash Wheeler trying to get back in, but Moxley outside grabs Cash into the guardrail. Again, there's minimal padding on those guardrails here at the pay-per-view. About this thick. We'll say 1/4 of an inch. Not even, just if that. Usually it's the metal guardrails, especially if you go to the indies. Right now, Moxley on Cash Wheeler. Oh, drops him across that top guardrail in between the cojones. That's my nutcracker. He's singing soprano, followed by a clothesline. And Wheeler's in the crowd right now. Mox picking up a steel chair. What's going on out here? We're not even showing anything that's going on in the ring. For the last several seconds, they're just showing Moxley and Wheeler brawling out in the crowd. What the fuck is going on in the ring? What are you doing there? Exchanging forearm shivers back and forth. Moxley dumps Wheeler back over the guardrail. What's going on in the ring? What's going on with Cesaro? How could what's going on with Dax? I mean, I said Cesaro. The ref, what the fuck are you doing? Letting these guys fight outside the ring while the other two guys are on the ring apron. Gut wrench suplex on Cash Wheeler by Castagnoli. The strength of this man is unbelievable. Front face lock by Castagnoli. On the canvas, those front face lock. You ever hook somebody in a front face lock? Unbelievable what you can do to someone. Smother and put all your weight across their trapezius. It's unbelievable what it really does. If you're in the ring and you know about training, go to my channel here and see the videos that I've done in the last couple of weeks here on Pro Wrestling Training live from the PAPW dojo. I don't have to tell you about the Paradise Four. 4 guys that worked in WCW and WWF, especially Pretty Paul Roma, who was in this country, in this territory. Jim Crockett, WCW. Remember that. Head trainer at PAPW along with Mancini. 84 to 92 in the WWF. The youngest grappler at the time. Debut of The Undertaker. DiBiase, the Hart Foundation. Everybody you can think of from Ted Arcidi on to Biff Busick. Do your DuckDuckGo. Is that what I'm going to say? Go Google it. Google these. I use DuckDuckGo. So that's what we have down at PAPW in the Paradise 4. Let that sink in as we're in Jim Crockett and WCW and NWA territories. And here with tributes to the Midnight Express and the Road Warriors from the B.C.C. and FTR. Back to the good old territory days, over 16,000 in the legendary hallowed ground of the Greensboro Coliseum. And here in the lounge. Nice tag team work by Mox and Castagnoli going back and forth. Here's the cover. Wheeler's still in the ring. Wheeler needs to get to Dax Harwood. He needs to make the hot tag because right now the B.C.C. has taken over on Cash Wheeler. The crowd a little quiet. I expected more, and as I say that, they're firing up. A little bit on their hands. They've been up and down Greensboro, I'm going to be honest. Nice backslide. But Castagnoli with the tag. Here comes Moxley, big right to the jib of Cash Wheeler. Cut him off. Wheeler almost got away, but Castagnoli had the ring awareness, the self-awareness as a tag team to bring him back over to the corner so he can make the tag to Mox to cut him off. Tag Team Wrestling 101, fans. That's what you get here on the Insider's View. I get it. You're all fans. You guys know what you're talking about. You watch it just like I do. Doesn't mean you don't have an educated opinion, but you don't have this view. You don't have this opinion. You don't have this experience. That's why you're here. Top rope. And again, the rake across the back of Moxley on Cash Wheeler. A lot of people say, oh, why do you do that? They're biting the forehead. Why are you biting it on Wheeler? Going for the superplex. And he hits it on Wheeler. Moxley, who really is a savage. He went from Dean Ambrose to being a savage as John Moxley. Drags Wheeler over. Here's the tag. Here comes Castagnoli. And again, the double stomp off the boots to the chest of Wheeler. Dax Harwood is beside himself. He needs to make a tag. Here's another tag. Ambrose, Cesaro, back and forth. Come on, lighten up. Moxley, Castagnoli really, really hammering it and taking it to Cash Wheeler. I thank you guys for being here. Much love and respect, man. I appreciate it. Trust me when I tell you. Moxley with the finger to Cash Wheeler. Unnecessary with this image and his gimmick. And now mocking him, bitch slapping him, taunting him. Go for the fucking win in the pin, man. Big. See, that's what happens. Should have listened to me. Wheeler with the big clothesline out of nowhere. Down goes Moxley. But again, he barely sells it. Going over to tag Claudio. And Wheeler tags Dax. Here we go. Here's the hot tag. Harwood taking over on Castagnoli. Rights, lefts, jabs, jibs. Taking over on Moxley. Down goes Moxley. Down goes Moxley. Down goes Moxley. Bang, boom, bang, boom, bang, boom in the corner. And now a double team. B.C.C. taking over on Dax. Nice reversal. Into a nice reversal arm wringer. Big clothesline by Harwood. Same thing. trying to get over. Beautiful roll up by Dax Harwood. Holds the tights. No. Kick out by Castagnoli. Reverse spring body press by Dax. Here's the cover. We've seen this. Misses with the clothesline, Claudio. Schoolboy. Small package. Here it is. Nice small package there by Dax. Boot to the midsection. Only a 2 count. Oh, goes for the suplex. Reversal. Claudio takes over. Going for that spike pile driver. Dax with the tag to Wheeler. Setting up. Going for the spike pile driver from the top rope on Claudio. Claudio kicks out. Nice reversal. Misses Wheeler. Oh, and head first into the steel ring post goes Harwood. Down goes Wheeler with a clothesline from hell. We love you, Big Jim Anderson. Oh, almost a 3 count. Claudio almost pinned him with a simple clothesline from hell. Always thinking of you, Big Jim, as I watch these huge men deliver powerful clotheslines. And anyone that knows my brother, Big Jim Anderson, out there, rest in peace, good brother. We'll see you down the road. And Harwood is busted open. Busted open, bleeding over the steel ropes. He got himself good on that one. We got blood here at Revolution. Claudio taunting Cash Wheeler inside the ring with those huge, destroying European uppercuts. But playing to the crowd. Why is that necessary? Why? You see it. The big 6-0. I'm still getting it in. Holding it down, keeping it real, maintaining. Going for the backslide. Oh, tag by Wheeler on a bloodied Harwood. Claudio misses. Snap over the top rope. Big clothesline by Wheeler. Here we go. Setting up for the double team maneuver. Oh, power slam by Claudio on Dax from the top rope. Moxley knocks Wheeler out. Both men, both Mox and Wheeler are out. Here's the cover. 2 count on a bloodied Harwood who's really busted open. The blood is just spewing out of Dax Harwood. The ref really checking it out. Looks like he's going to ring the bell. I don't know. He's letting it go. He is busted open well. Or good, I should say. I don't know about well. Claudio makes the tag. He has Harwood across the top. Moxley from the top rope. Oh, spike, reverse pile driver. A bloodied Harwood is just unbelievable. A mess. Here's the cover. Here's the pin. Only a 2 count and the blood is pouring out of Harwood. Claudio outside with Wheeler. Moxley in the ring. Moxley just stalking Dax Harwood. What do you think of the outcome this is going to be? Who goes for the tag team titles after this? Where does this leave either team, FTR or the B.C.C.? Somebody tell me on how terrible the tag team division is. Where's Big Bill and Ricky Starks tonight? You got everybody else on the show. You had like, I don't know, the dozen of 15 workers on the 0-hour pre-show as a bloodied Harwood and Moxley in the middle of the ring just hammering each other back and forth. No selling, going back and forth. The usual, listen, it's entertaining, it's physical, but it's the same thing, repetitive. Harwood really is gushing the blood. Oh, nice sit-out powerbomb into a pin cover here. 2 count. The Dash almost pinned Moxley on that one. Wheeler and Claudio are still outside the ring, battling out. Moxley misses. Backslide by Harwood. Here's the pin. 2 count. Going for the spike pile driver. Cash from the top rope. They hit the spike pile driver on Moxley. Far side. Wheeler does the suicide dive outside onto Claudio. Here's the cover by Harwood on Mox. Do you see what I'm talking about when it comes to selling the false finishes and high impact maneuvers? Is everybody fucking Superman? Is anybody doing this reality-wise, UFC, bare knuckle, mixed martial arts, street fights? I'm just saying, make it more believable. I'm begging you as an old school guy. Make me want to come back and believe the physicality of the finishes. Not what goes on throughout the bout. Because we know the physicality there. Harwood has Moxley on the top rope. Back knife edge. Dax going to the top. And Taz makes some great points if you listen to a commentator. Going for the powerplex, superplex, a la Power and Glory. But no, broken up by Claudio. We almost saw the old Roma Hercules Hernandez maneuver. Moxley right now reverses it. Has Harwood on the top of his shoulders. Moxley like they're playing chicken fights. Claudio springboard, top rope, European uppercut on Dax. Down goes Dax. Wheeler on the top rope. Here's the cover by Moxley. They all four land in the middle of the ring. Cash from the top rope. What a clusterfuck that was. I don't think that was intended there. What do you guys think? Do you like how I adjusted the camera here in the lounge? It was really fucking up before. It's got two different angles. You guys know that, right? AEW Revolution, live to tape here on Chaos Corner. 9:54 Eastern Standard Time. The fans chant AEW. We're about coming up on almost 20 minutes in here on this matchup as all four grapplers are in the ring. It's Mox and Harwood. It's Cash and Claudio. Mox misses with a weak clothesline. Dax clotheslines Mox over the top rope. Now he takes over on Cesaro. Claudio. Misses with the clothesline. Big boot to the Ponzone. Oh, European uppercut by Claudio. Going back and forth on FTR. Here it is. The double knee breaker. No, blocked by Claudio. Cutter by Moxley out of nowhere on Cash. And now Dax is going for the ride. Round and round we go. Where she stops, nobody knows. I'm dizzy and I'm spinning already here on Chaos Corner. Claudio with the revolution after revolution on Dax. And then the kick out of nowhere by Mox. Mox covers Dax. Almost a 3 count. I really don't want to see Moxley and Claudio win this bout. Where do we go from here with the B.C.C? They can absorb the losses in the tag team division. Can we get FTR where the fuck they're supposed to be as the #1 tag team contenders or the champions? So if the Young Bucks win tonight and Sting loses his last match, so we could get something like that, even though they faced each other before. This is FTR's division, FTR's company. Moxley and a bloody Harwood in the middle of the ring. And now Moxley's got to bite the blood. Cash Wheeler, Claudio outside of the ring. Into the guardrail goes Claudio. Now a bloodied Harwood on the top rope. Moxley going up for a superplex. Why do you got to bite him? What are you, Abdullah the Butcher? Elbows to the bloodied head of Harwood by Mox. Just banging him down, banging the elbow and wiping the blood all over the place. Now he's literally biting his head out. Abdullah the Butcher. And now Dax spits the blood inside of Moxley's face. Dax on the top rope. Here comes Claudio. Big boot to the jib by Dax Harwood. Claudio and Moxley going to the top of the rope on Harwood. This looks like it could be a double suplex from the top rope. But no, here comes Wheeler. He knocks Claudio off the top rope. He grabs Moxley. He's got him up. Dax to the top rope. Here it is. Beautiful bulldog a la the reverse way. Here's the pin. And now Mox gets up like he never even took a move. Full of adrenaline. Oh, and there's the double cutter. Knee to the jib. Dax going to cover Moxley. Could this be it? No, Claudio pulls him out and breaks up the pin. That's what I'm talking about. An exciting match, a good physical, hard-hitting match. Make no mistake about it. Cash and Mox in the ring. Oh, Cash with the suicide dive out on Claudio. Claudio catches him with the European uppercut. He's going for the powerbomb. No, the spike pile driver. Face first. Claudio hits it outside on Cash Wheeler. And now Dax. Bang! Pile driver outside of the ring on Claudio. Moxley's in the ring. Dax rolls in. Moxley with the double underhooks. Misses. Dax setting up Mox. Going for that pile driver. Back body drop by Moxley. Roll up by Dax. Back and forth. Double underhook again by Moxley. Bang! He drops Dax on his forehead. Here's the cover. 1, 2, a bloodied reversal by Dax. 2 count. Front face lock. Ride him now. Chokehold by Moxley on Dax Harwood. A bloody, bleeding Dax. He's going to try to choke him out again. Is that what's going to happen here again? Haven't we seen this before? Now Wheeler smashing his boot into the side of the jib and chest area of Claudio. Who's outside the ring. All 4 men back in the ring. Now Claudio has Cash Wheeler in a chokehold. Moxley gets Dax down in a chokehold. Didn't we see this already? I feel like I have amnesia and deja vu at the same time. I think I've forgotten this before. And there it is. Moxley chokes out Cash Wheeler. What the fuck are we doing here? The B.C.C. over FTR. FTR takes another loss. Claudio and Mox both tapping out and choking out Harwood and Wheeler. Really? Official. It's official now. I'm going to say FTR right now, fucking buried in AEW. Your winners of the fifth matchup here. The B.C.C. over FTR. Very, very disappointing. Disappointing bout. Act like they haven't even been in a match. All right, we're coming up on 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Revolution, the live to tape watch along with the GOC. I'm putting this up. We're going in segments. Come on back. We're not even close to being done yet. Don't you dare miss it. Wild thing, my ass.